Oh, hi Rob. Just thought I'd do a little update. So it's the 17th of June 2016, and yeah, I just thought I'd do a little update of let everyone know what's kind of happening at the moment with my transition, how it's affecting kind of work and all other bits and pieces. So last time I went to the GIC clinic back in January, they said they would write to my GP regarding hysterectomy and going on to Nebido. We've waited ages for that letter, so I had an appointment with the doctor, with my actual GP, on the kind of like the 2nd of June, something like that. I hadn't actually met him before. I dealt with other doctors there, but not actually him. But he was very, very nice about everything. I explained that when I spoke to the GIC about hysterectomy and stuff, and he said that he would refer me for that. So this week I've had the letter saying that I'm on their waiting list, so it's just waiting for that really. And he's happy to switch me on to Nebido, which I've picked up this afternoon. When I'm on basically what is Testosterone, they have it in stock in the GP practice, so I don't actually have to pay for the prescription of it, which was really good. But they don't for Nebido. So I was in a bit of a dilemma of, you know, do I stay on to something I'm having 4 weeks, have an injection every 4 weeks, don't have to pay for them, literally turn up to the doctors, have my injection and go, or go on to Nebido. Yes, I have injections every the first couple, every 6 weeks, and then we'll go on to 12 weeks. But then I'm having to go to the doctors to pick up the prescription, have to go to the pharmacy to actually pick it up, have to leave this at home during the day because I can't keep it in my car, and then having to come home before my injection to pick it up once I've paid for it and everything, and then take it to the pharmacy, take it to the GP practice for my actual injection. But actually picking it up this afternoon and going in, I went into the one pharmacy right next door to my GP practice. They had it in stock, and all it'll mean now is that I have to leave this at home when I'm during the day, when I'm at work, and then once I finish work I have to come home, pick it up, take it to doctor's surgery with me. So but we'll have a little open of it. That's it. There's a little thumb bit, and it was actually much harder than I thought. I haven't actually opened this box before. I've had the little Testosterone vials, which are little glass jars, little glass things basically. They snap the top off. Back in one of my previous videos, I had it open there. So when you open up the Nebido, you get the information leaflet. And they actually give you a picture on how to open the jars. I don't know how well that comes out, but it shows you how to open up the jars. But that's not the jar. Well, anyway. So Nebido comes in its little, like its little cupboard really, and yeah. It don't take about too much that they can't actually inject it. It looks quite thick. I've just got to make sure they do it, because I know they have to do it over a certain time period, you know, spread out the injection. But yes, that's my Nebido, and I'm having my injection next Tuesday. So my first injection I'm having Nebido and my Testosterone as usual, and then I need to actually figure out what I need to do for my other ones. That's my first one. So that was that. As I said in my previous videos, bottom surgery isn't anything I'm after at the moment, but kind of the next stage was kind of a hysterectomy, and my family has got a history of certain types of cancers, and I don't want to put myself more at risk of any of those types of cancers. So I thought, it's not doing anything for me, I'm not going to carry my own children, you know, so I might as well go for a hysterectomy. So I'm on the waiting list to speak to someone about that now. So that's, yeah, just waiting to hear from that really. chest wise, at the moment I'm still quite spotty across the top, which I think is just something to do, is just my skin in general. But I don't know particularly if they're starting to fade at all. It's still a bit thicker under there, but at the moment I'm trying to go for a lot more runs and things like this. So once I've been in the shower, I kind of been massaging it a bit, and then once I've had my shower and dried, I then put some Keeler coat along it, which will hopefully reduce down the kind of the colour of them. But yeah, nipples are still a strange thing, because I think for so long when you're in a binder, they're absolutely compressed, you can't feel anything. And now sometimes when I'm in a t-shirt, I just kind of brush my arm across and think, oh, what's that? And it's like, that's what it is. Excuse me. Yeah, still really happy with the results and things. Me and Amy are going on holiday the end of this month, end of June, to Rhodes. So hopefully, it'll be nice and hot, and I'm just going to have to make sure I have my sunscreen right across, really across those areas, just to protect them really from any sun, I can't think of the word. Oh, that's cool. Any sunburn at all. That's the word, sunburn. Yeah, but generally it's alright. I tend to trim my stomach and chest hair a bit, just because it starts getting a little bit longer. Yeah, I just have it trimmed. At the minute I'm kind of trimming my beard and stuff every week or so, just because it forms an alright shape down here, still really under here, does get quite itchy. It's slowly coming up here, slowly coming down there, slowly joining up, still not really anything there. You can feel it a little bit, but nothing substantial to see. So it does get quite long down the sides and underneath, so I do have to kind of just trim it every week or so, just to kind of make sure it's nice and neat, really. So work wise, I've just got a promotion, so I'm kind of changing location. So I'm still doing community physiotherapy, but around Eastbourne. So I'm going around to people's homes and doing some physiotherapy there, which is really nice. So yeah, I've got my promotion, so I've got more money, which is really nice. Gives me a bit more responsibility and things. So in March of this year, I went to... So I've got the football on in the background, and I think they're just throwing flares onto the pitch. Yeah. So I went to the Physiotherapy Unions conference in March of this year. Did a motion again on trans murders and things, which got passed. So our union's going to be working in that in the next year. Still going to the LGBT diversity meetings twice a year, and I've got next week I've got the TUC conference, which is a trade unions congress. So it's there's like so many different unions. There's like 50 odd unions, I think, and representatives from all of those unions come under this broader aspect, really. So lots of different unions going on, lots of healthcare things, lots of teachers and things like this are putting forward some motions. I'm doing one to produce a fact sheet for low cost practical changes workplaces can changes they can make to their places to make things a bit more trans friendly for both patients and staff, really. But yeah, it's a two-day event. Should be really good. There's a kind of a smaller meeting at the lunchtime on the Friday, which is just for trans people, which will be really good. I really want to meet up to some more trans people that are kind of involved in their unions and things. So if anyone does happen to watch this that is going to the conference, please come and say hello to me, come and say hello and stuff. I always find those places really nerve-wracking, So often knowing I've got a little bit of support out there will be great. And then after that, so that's on Thursday and Friday of next week, and then the Saturday is London Pride, and we're going to that as well, and hopefully we're going to be marching in that this year. They have wristbands because they've increased the security, but hopefully we'll get one of those and we can go in the march as well. Again, if you see me, say hello. Later on next month in July, we've got Trans Pride. I think it's the 23rd of July. Again, we're hoping to go to that as well. Again, if you see me, say hello. What else is happening? With work as well. From my last union's LGBT network meeting, it was this whole big drive around what you can do within your workplace and things. So I was contacting the Equality and Diversity lead to see if there was anything regarding LGBT networks at work and things like that, because I knew they had previously but they hadn't now. So I contacted them and they've got back to me saying that they're going to be starting them up. Would I like to help this and ever? So I said yes. I've spoken to my manager, who's more than happy for me to get involved. So it looks like I'm going to be really helping out the LGBT network at work, which is quite nerve-wracking, but hopefully it can then give me a focus in what I want to do and have more responsibility and kind of progress myself really. So yes, that's the TUC conference coming up. They've got a couple of Pride marches coming on and things. It's work, top surgery, hormones wise. My voice every so often keeps cracking. I thought it had settled down, and in the last couple of weeks it's been cracking like crazy. It's really bizarre. Yeah, I think that's everything I need to actually update on at the moment. If anyone's got any questions, any comments or anything like that, please feel free to put them down in the comments, or send a message. I'll put our Tumblrs up again. Please feel free to get in contact and we'll get back to you. Alright, have a good day.